What's up, everybody, and welcome into an all-new episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time. But it's no longer Babylon 5. We finished Babylon 5. This is now Crusade for the first time. And it occurs to me while I'm saying this is actually my last Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time. My last Crusade. It's the final episode of Crusade for us. And after this, I can no longer say it's for the first time. Man, that's just hitting me right now. Huh. Hey, listen, to all of you guys who have been around since the very beginning, since the very first one of these. That was episode 9, I think, of season 1, Deathwalker. And you've been with me the whole journey. Thank you guys so much for coming along on this journey with me. If you guys have joined at any point along the way, thank you guys for hanging out. And if you guys are joining us at some point in the future, maybe you didn't catch it while we were doing these live, I hope you're enjoying the show. I really, guys, hope you're enjoying the show. Anyway. Whew. Okay, let's get into this. This is Rules of the Game, episode 13 for us. And according to JMS's, it's his own viewing order, not ours. It was his. Rules of the Game, my prediction last week is this is going to be Gideon having to game the system to make some big last hurrah. Although it can't really be a last hurrah. They didn't know when they were filming this it was going to be their final episode. So, but either way, he's gonna have to game the system somehow. That's my guess. Is that what happens? I have no idea. That is such a broad stroke to paint with on this thing. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. We'll jump into that. Hey, listen, while you guys are here, please be sure to smash that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel while you're here. This might be the last Brent Watches, but this is not the last thing that we have going on here at this channel. We have tons of stuff happening, new stuff coming out, all sorts of things. So you guys make sure you join us for all of that kind of stuff. Also, if you want up-to-date information, all the newest stuff that we have going on behind the scenes, you want access to Jeff's reactions, you want access to Jeff and I hanging out with us a little bit more, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Babylon5First. That name's going to be changing soon. Babylon 5 First, and you guys can get all those details. All right, why don't we go ahead and jump into this episode, Rules of the Game.
So this is Babylon 5.
Are we on Babylon 5?
I expected.
We're on Babylon 5! Nice!
I can take care of myself. I just thought you might want the company. But sounds to me like you have something particular in mind. Like maybe exploring the dark, seamy side of the station.
Doctor.
Oh,
that's the down below.
Can be had around here for a price.
At another time, you might be right, but
Hello, Max.
Who's
I was
this?
worried that you didn't get my message.
You worry too much. Always have.
Wife? Ex-wife?
I'm sorry.
Sister.
We haven't met.
Old
Dr.
girlfriend.
Sarah Chambers, she's assigned to the Excalibur, same as me. She just came along to check out the station while the captain was negotiating.
A pleasure.
Negotiating.
And you,
Is
Cynthia Allen.
you and Max seem to go back a ways.
is Gideon and
should.
Lockley negotiating?
His ex-wife.
Ex-wife. She's ex-wife. Okay.
Either we have a deal or we don't. Which is it?
Oh,
Because
that's
if you
not the
can't
kind
be
of
trusted to
negotiating I
keep your
thought.
word, I resent that.
Gentlemen! While some of our worlds in that area of space are Mercury colonies, others are under our jurisdiction only for the purposes of mutual defense. We ensure that they are not attacked or invaded in exchange for 10% of their annual planetary income. Other than that, we
Dang.
leave them alone. We do not interfere with their internal policies, and one such policy is that no outsiders may land on Lorca 7. You will have to negotiate with the Lorcans yourself and try and work something out.
We have little over 4
That seems
years to
reasonable.
find a cure to the plague that hit Earth. If we don't, every man, woman, and child on Earth dies. That is why we signed treaties with every major alien government in the first place.
So we wouldn't have to stop and negotiate at every step along the way.
There are exceptions to every rule, Captain. This is one of them.
Great.
Why does that feel like Bill Mooney?
How many other exceptions are there? Because if we can't move faster than this, we'll never find a cure in time.
Then your people will just have to die.
Like, his voice sounds very linear.
With the line
I-
of Starship
I have
Excalibur.
nothing to say.
What
Cool.
do you want?
Let's go.
Who do you serve?
I'm so sad knowing this is the
Who
final
do you
episode,
trust?
and it's not actually a final episode at all.
Who do you
Dorina, we barely knew you. Yo, Excalibur looks huge next to Babylon 5. Tim Cho, that's...
So, any further progress with the ambassador?
Wasn't that,
Progress?
No.
Let's see, how do I put this? Plato once
That's
said that for
Zathras.
everything that exists,
All part of the service. So tell me, why is this planet so important to your search for a cure?
It's a long story.
our search for a cure, right?
Well, then you can tell me over dinner.
Okay. They got a date.
After everything that happened last time, it's the least I can do. And I know a great place. Oh, unless you have other plans.
If that place isn't
Well,
anywhere but her quarters, I'm going to be
Radium's already
highly
discovered,
disappointed
so
in
that's
Lockley.
out.
So how you been, Max?
Fine. Busy.
This lady seems familiar.
I
Very
was
familiar.
surprised you agreed to see me.
I miss you.
I need money, Max.
Oh, of course you do.
How much?
100,000 credits.
100,000. Cynthia.
Max, most of my income came from selling alien artwork and pottery back home. The quarantine completely killed business. I had to go to another source for the money.
Uh-oh.
Tell me this isn't going where I think it's going. An independent. A crook.
I didn't have any other choice, Max. I got 50,000 credits, enough to keep me afloat until things calm down, with 100% interest compounded every 6 months.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That's
Oh,
not the worst of
jeez.
it, Max.
There's more.
The man who loaned me the money is Rolf Mueller. Ever since we made the deal, he's been following me. I get the feeling that even if I pay him off, he won't go away. He'll just keep after me until... I don't know what else to do, Mac. The police won't get involved until something actually happens, and by then it'll be too late.
See what I can do. But I'm not paying him 100,000 credits. 50 yes to take care of the debt, but not the rest.
Max, this is my life we're talking about here. How can you put money over my safety?
Well, you should have thought about that before you divorced me.
It's the principle of the thing.
Right, great. I'll make sure that's engraved on my tombstone.
500 years ago, colony ships arrived from another planet in the area, and the current population has moved into the abandoned ruins, made it their
I'm
own.
highly disappointed in Lockley.
So you think that whatever killed off the original population is the same thing that hit Earth?
But even if they didn't die from the same thing, who knows what kind of technology they left behind in the ruins?
How you handling it?
Better. Thanks to seeing you.
Oh.
So,
Get the job done.
It's kind of neat seeing them in Bari.
Perhaps the best way to eliminate the threat of the ship is to eliminate the captain.
To eliminate the ship is what I was going to say. Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Bounce, chinko, wow, wow.
Maximilian.
Uh-oh. Times to see Max throw his weight around.
What can I do for you, Max?
I'm here to give you some money.
This guy looks like Vince
None of you ever
McMahon.
start a conversation with me like that? And what for?
This settles the account for Cynthia Allen.
He likes to play games. It's great. I love games. Give me a channel back home.
Uh-oh. What's he going to do?
And so,
I helped.
All I needed was the money. I didn't ask you to interfere.
She's got something else going on.
This is something that you got yourself into. I didn't do it. I gave him 50,000 credits of my own money for your sake.
Thank you.
Why am I getting beat up here?
Oh,
This
God.
is why he
Cynthia,
divorced her.
I am sorry.
That's why he
I
left
just
her.
took my eyes off him for a minute.
What are you talking about, Diane? What happened?
Your cat. And he said if you don't give him another 50,000, first he kills the cat, then he's coming after you.
All right, what's Eilerson going to do now?
I've got 100 credits says nobody will even know who you are.
100 credits.
That's right. I'll even go along, keep an eye on things. Who knows, you might learn a thing or two while you're at it.
Oh, mister, you got a deal.
I got a feeling that that's one bet he's not going to mind losing, you know?
we shall eliminate them ourselves.
Uh-oh.
That way no one will know.
Oh, heavens.
And Captain Lockley,
Capitan.
as I said, no one will know.
He's going to hand blast him like in Stargate? Why do I feel like Max is getting scammed on this
As long
one?
as I am here.
Here it is, Captain Lockley.
Thank you. That'll be 100 credits.
You cheated.
Absolutely.
I like that.
I told you you wouldn't mind it. I told you you wouldn't mind it. Are they going to do to them like what the dude did to Kosh? There's a game. What the dude did to Kosh way back in the beginning, where like did the handshake thing with the poison and all that. Oh, what's going on with Eilerson? I want to know. I'm way more into his story than I am anybody else's right now.
So if you always come down here and you could have shut down my routine at any time, then
Which,
you...
by the way, was pretty transparent.
Then why didn't you?
Because it was more fun to play it out.
Because she likes him.
Because the look on your face was worth it.
She wants
Because
to
I think
hug
people
him.
like you and
She
me
wants to
need
kiss
make
him.
up some excuse to do the things that other people do without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Ozone.
I love the leap.
What the hell was that?
Oh my
Some
gosh.
alien weapons use a hell of a lot of energy. The buildup right before they fire smells like ozone.
I told you they're going to do a hand blast thing.
Well, I think we can find something for you to do to help bring down that remaining 50,000 you owe me.
Wow. Wow. Are we about to learn that Sarah Chambers is like triple black belt in ninjutsu or something like that?
I think I have an idea.
You think you have an idea, or you do have an idea? That's not a think. That's a you do or you don't. You have an idea that you think might work. Oh, sheesh. Is that the Drazi?
I'm unarmed.
Where is Gideon?
He went that way. But he's hurt really bad.
I feel like those guys shouldn't be able to fight like that. Take the little thingies off their hand, guys. Dude, Excalibur, you just get a real, for the first time, you get a real sense of how big the Excalibur is.
When they took you down and brought you here.
I want what I want. I want what's coming to me. And unless you figure
Oh,
out
you'll
killing
get
me,
what's
I'm gonna
coming to
get
you.
it. And her.
How do you know I won't kill you?
You'd have done it by now. Get it off me!
I wouldn't pull too hard on that. For starters, it's seamless. It does resist lasers and acids, so anything you would do to take it off would.
He reacts
probably
like a
kill you
wrestler
in the
does.
process. It was probably used to control prisoners during transportation. Let me show you. Once in place, the guards set the perimeters with these. You come within 10 feet of one of these.
Boom. Dude, you just slice through a pipe, man. Like, you don't know what that pipe goes to.
I'm giving one of these to Cynthia. I'm keeping one for myself.
Dude, his solution here is pretty vicious. But what's he expect him to do? Like, live with that thing around his neck for the rest of his
Me
life?
too. It'll take hours to vibe this stuff off.
I'm still buzzing from head to toe.
Makes you feel alive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Here it is. You knew it was going to happen, right? Like, we all knew it was going to happen. Yay. I don't know why I'm such a fan of this one.
I hate calling you for help all the time. Sometimes I wonder why you even bother picking up the call.
Me too.
I pick up the call because in my entire life, I have loved three things. My work, that damned cat, and you. Pathetic, isn't it? Goodbye, Cynthia.
Max, you want to stay?
You too, Max.
I'm so sad we're not going to get more of his story. I really am. Like, I really want to see where Max goes after all this. Where's the green guy?
If the leaders of our religion cannot maintain their vows in the face of temptation, if they do not embody all the principles they tell others to obey, then perhaps it's time to question whether or not the whole system is flawed.
What temptation?
What is moral superiority without temptation? Without something to test our faith? We have grown complacent, and we have seen the result with the two who tried to kill you.
You know, there's a weird logic behind this.
Interacting with a species as corrupt as yours will be the supreme test of our faith. I will tell them to prepare for your arrival.
I'm still not entirely certain how things went so fast between us. It's really not like me to, anyway, I mean, I don't regret that it happened.
Neither do I.
I just don't want you to get the wrong impression.
And what impression is that?
I'm not looking to get into a relationship right now.
Absolutely. I'm in the same situation. It's not a problem. That's all.
Good.
And if you could do this thing, that'd be nice.
So,
It'd be
wanna
great.
get something to eat before you leave?
They're just going to be buddies, as we would say.
Yes.
Delivery for you, Mr. Eilerson.
Enter.
I didn't know if you had a picture of Mr. Kitty. Figured you'd like one.
That big old package for a postcard? And that's where we're going to leave it. That's going to be it. That's going to do the whole thing. All right, well, that's it. That's going to do it for us with Crusade for the first time. Okay, this episode first. It was a good episode. Interesting episode. Definitely the one we've explored Max in the most. And I really, really liked exploring Max Eilerson in this one, which is weird because he's like my least favorite character. Well, second least favorite character on the show. Hold on, I have to capture that real quick. Yeah, exploring his character. So sad. It just reminds me, I'm so sad we're not going to get more of this, of this story, of these characters, to really see where Eilerson grows and where he would have gone. More of Gideon and Lockley. I'm all for Gideon and Lockley. I ship that all the way around the block. We didn't have any Matheson in this episode. Sarah Chambers, whatever. I think I said I'd be okay if they recast her in the second season. She was fine. She was there. You know, we didn't have any Darina in this one either. So I like Darina. Darina can stick around. She's an interesting character. Good episode. Good episode. The whole idea, you know, religious zealots starting to kill somebody, and actually it comes back to money, not their zealotcy? Zealoted? I don't know. Whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. Talk about a mirror to society. That's just something we've seen time and time again throughout history. Yeah. I like what Eilerson did to get out of the situation, and all for it. I've enjoyed Crusade. Immensely. This has been a great show. Gideon's top 3 favorite captain, I think, in all of sci-fi for me right now. He really is. And I would love to have seen Gary Cole play another role similar to this, because he starts playing a bunch of goofballs. And I like him as a goofball, but would love to see him play a more serious role like this as well. So I don't know. This one would be a whole lot of fun to revisit. I don't know that I'm going to revisit Crusade a whole lot, simply because I feel like I've now seen it. You know, I don't know that I need to revisit it, especially given that it doesn't eventually go anywhere, but it's a show that probably should be revisited. I feel like we've just gotten like the first 3/4 of the first chapter of what would have been a really good book. So I don't know, kind of sad, but really, really glad to have had this experience and gone through it. So I don't know. I wonder what Jeff thinks. Last week I said he wasn't going to like the episode. He may love this episode. He may not. I really have no idea. But we'll find out here in just a little bit. Couple days. Jeff and I will get together. We'll talk about this. That'll go out on Monday. If you guys want to find out how you can join us for that recording, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Babylon5First. And please, while you're here, be sure to like, subscribe, all that sort of YouTube stuff. You know what's going on with all that. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to take some more notes. Might even try to watch it one more time. And we'll go into this final episode of Crusade. Thank you guys so much for joining me through this series of Brent Watches. You guys have been really just so generous to Jeff and I through this whole deal. And there's so much more still to come. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys a whole lot. Take care.